Hello guys, welcome. I made me a Hawaiian bowl with shrimp, pineapples, and cilantro rice with onions, and I also added some red pepper flakes. So it's spicy. So how are you today? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Um, it started back snowing, so I don't know what this weather gonna do. Then it got dark, like I don't know, but I'm just having me just a little dinner, talking to you guys. Mm. You know, kindness can go a long way. And it starts with how do you want somebody to treat you? If you want people to treat you the worst, that's going to be expected out of you. And I know this time of year can be hard on a lot of folks because you're dealing with so much. I mean, so much they dealing with, and we all just don't know. And I was in Walmart when I was doing my little shopping or whatever. I saw the young man, he was walking and stuff, when you see people, you doing your shopping, you glance up and then keep doing your shopping. Then I saw him go down the aisle, and I said, So, I moved down a little bit, and I said, excuse me, I wonder, is he going to try to come up the same aisle that I was in? And guess what? He did. And he said, excuse me, ma'am. And I looked, I'm trying to get this. Do you think you can help me? And I looked, I said, no. I said, not at this time, young man. I said, I'm here trying to do a little shopping myself with the little monies that I have. Oh, thank you. And in the back of my mind, I said, that young man probably going to put that in his pocket. He wasn't going to, if I would have gave him the money, he wasn't going to buy it no way. He was going to stick that in his pocket. But if I would have gave him money, he would have took the money and did whatever. So I'm too cool for those games. So I already knew what time it was. Then I saw him going around and asking, other people. And the story changed. It was like he didn't have enough and this, that, whatever. But he told me something different. And I said, yeah, this young man trying to hustle. And he was young. I kid you guys, this young man looked like he was every bit of maybe 19. And I'm saying, could he found a job somewhere? Or, what's going on with the young man is why he out here like that. Then it's cold outside, it's, winter. Then you just don't know. And I saw the young man again as I was leaving, and like I told him, I said, young man, I said, if I had the extra monies, I said I would have helped you out. I said, but you shouldn't be in here asking folks for money. I said, then when you can go out there and get your own. And he said, yeah, ma'am, I'm going through a lot with my family and this, that, whatever. And I said, I understand. I said, but you young and you got a lot to learn. Family can be the worst ones. I said, you have to stand up on your own 2 feet. And you have to want it, young man. I said, because doing this not where it's at. People will reach in the pocketbook and just give you some change. Then you look at it with all them pennies and nickels, that change equaling up to 15 cents. I said, you should want better for yourself. And he looked and said, yeah, because I can't keep doing this, And I said, how long you been doing this? I've been doing it for a while. I try to get certain things like hygiene wise or things, and I don't want to be stealing anything because I don't want to go to jail. But only thing I can offer him, you guys, is kindness, because I don't know what that young man was going through. I'm not going to be mean to nobody because I don't know. It can be a year, 2, 10. I can be in a situation like that. You can be in a situation like that. You never, ever know. So just always remember to be kind. It's just sometimes a simple hi, smile, conversation can make somebody's day. But I just know that young man shouldn't be out there like that, you know. And I can't sit here and say, well, he probably deserved to get put out if he was doing this and do that. I don't think nobody deserved to get put out in no cold. That's just my opinion. But at the same time, I don't know what the young man probably did, if he did anything at all. Because, baby, people, especially when they have children, I done seen it. They little kids have to fend for themselves. They can be 10 years old and maybe have siblings, maybe 6 and 5. They had to go in there at 10 years old on the stove trying to cook something to make sure the little children have something to eat, doing adult stuff. I done seen that. So it's just this time of year of being kindness, and when we all go out, I'm quite sure you guys too, don't nobody take no pocket full of money. I'm coming in here trying to get a little extra things I need to get for the holiday, far as like little gift giving, little trinkets or whatever. But I just hate to see people out there, particularly these young people, because there's so much potential. But he has to want it. I mean, he got to get tired of asking folks for money. He got to get tired being in the cold and do something. So hopefully someone and lift and get him a hand up, because reaching in something and giving him your change and add it up, the nickels and 10 pennies, that ain't, where's that? So, and people will talk down to him, So my word is today, guys, is to be kind. Because you don't know what folks going through. This the type of season when people start remembering loved ones that passed on. It gets very hard and challenging, and sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. So on that note, I'm going to continue on trying to eat this. I know it done got cold. I done ate majority of it earlier. Now I got some Toll House cookies. I got a big glass of jug of cold milk in there. Baby, I'm finna put them cookies in that oven, wrap up in my little warm blanket, and continue to watch this TV. Let me see, is it snowing? Or did it stop? It's still snowing. And just continue on doing what I'm doing. And on that note, I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Bye, guys.